So yeah, with Crump then, so in Dallas, you and Lost episode together, but Crump for sure. When was that? When was that like taken upon?
So if it wasn't for, and shouts out to Illa Red and Freedom, because like I said, we went to high school together, and they knew Al.
Oh,
Or
okay,
Pun.
okay. You're fine.
Pun is the godfather of Crump. I don't care how much you feel about it, but he is.
Definitely.
And he, was dancing. He's from Fort Worth. He used to DJ and stuff like that. And, he saw Rise and, they traveled and stuff like that, got their
Yeah.
firsthand experience with it.
Nice.
We'll get him on the show and he'll be able to tell his story and stuff like that. But through them, when the first genre of dance I ever picked up was breaking. And that's why, like, I never lost the love of it.
Dang.
Like, I watch breaking more than any other sport and any other genre of dance, which surprises people.
Yeah,
I pull up my YouTube,
surprising.
bro. It's gonna be like Strife TV, B-Boy World, all that, bro. Like I constantly. That's why I know all the B-boys majority by name. I'm just okay, word.
Right.
I don't skip a beat.
That's tight. That's tight.
But yeah, so after that happened, I tore my lateral meniscus in my left leg and had to sit out. Ooh. And so it was kind of a weird and it was illogical what they were saying. They're like, oh, well, if you can't work on your legs, work on your hands. And so, and back then I was like, I was obviously immature and I was popping during that time. I was kind of learning that as well. And all I was just leg work. I didn't really have a lot of upper body and stuff like that. Which led to kind of the inspiration that, Camo used to wave a lot back in the day. And so I was like working on waving, but Freedom and them started teaching me about jabbing and stuff like that. And so it was just like, this is all I worked on.
Wow.
So from that time on, which was unconsciously the inspiration as far as like why I am so passionate about, I always tell people as people getting into popping, you probably heard this before. Like I tell people, there's a lot of music in your hands. People just don't illustrate it sometimes for me. Like they worry so much about, tuts and stuff like that, and it's great and stuff like that. But you can do a lot more with your hands than simply just create angles and shapes and stuff that. So that's pretty much how it came full circle. And ever since then, I just kept it going, man.
Dang.
Yeah.
Still going.
It was weird because it literally was like, kind of got like a double package of just like, understanding as far as for Crump and a new inspiration as far as for popping. Yeah. Like had that leg surgery never happened, I might be breaking right now.
Wow.
Because I remember we trained with, it was a long time ago and he vaguely remembers me and I see him all the time. I saw him blast at the, Joe Skills.
Oh yeah. Oh, Joe Skills. Okay.
And
he's
and one of my friend's cousins, who used his name Nathaniel Zapata. He used to live up the street. He was another one that was in Lost episode.
Oh,
he knew Santiago. Santiago is an OG from Dallas.
Wow.
And he was like, he used to train us and stuff like that. So that was.
You got some deep Dallas roots, bro.
Bro, man.
You got some deep Dallas breaking roots.
Yeah, bro. Like I remember everything, bro. I remember Black Forest, Triple Threat, and Fort Worth and stuff like that. Like when Nasty Nate called out Rook and stuff like that. Like I remember when JG was called Blackie Chan.
I remember that. Yeah.
So like I've been around a while.
No, yeah, bro. I mean,
been a while, man.
No, that's why I like when I put you in that realm of the serious ones, the ones who are pushing and growing and help coach. That's what I look at too. Folks who are help growing other folks,
Right.
I can clearly see that with you. So that's why it's a different path. It's a different it's very transparent to see someone like you and someone else who's been dancing maybe for 5-10 years or something, but hasn't really helped grow anything or help add anything, So
it's just therapy for them.
Yeah. I mean, again, that's their thing. That's cool, but folks like them shouldn't put themselves in that other category as far as give me respect, give me props, but bro, you're on that side,
Yeah,
it's different.
Me and Zenith had a conversation a long time ago when we were kind of, he was breaking into this thing. This was like song session 5 or 6 years ago. It was like when we used to stand outside song sessions. Outside. Most people remember we stand outside UTD and talking to like 5 a.m. in the morning about dance. But we had a conversation. I kind of told him, I was like, for me, before anything else, dance is therapy. That's the first thing it is. Secondly, after that, that's when you start, it's expression. When it starts to kind of, you start trying to verbalize or illustrate what you're trying to say. you know, and then eventually, you know, you can actively start becoming a freestyler, you know, because again, you know, a crackhead on the street can be dancing for therapy, you know, whatever case may be, and you can still be expressing. Like a dude in the office could be, you know, expressing himself, but that doesn't make him a freestyler.
Right.
You know, we do have a lot of freestylers in the community, you know, and then after that, once you start getting really serious or start learning a particular set of skills, then it's like, you know, you're a crumper or a joker or a popper, whatever the case may be. You know, and then some people, it's like, all right, I'm a battler now. Like, and those, you kind of start, those usually kind of come in a package, so to speak. You can be kind of three things.
Right.
And then from then on, it's like, all right, you know, I could be a leader or OG, but those are things that, like, you have to earn that with time.
Yeah.
You know, and hard work, not just with time. Because I know people are going to take that. You don't just get to jump to that. You have to earn that, so.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's definitely the most important part, right? Because... or else you wouldn't be continuing it if it wasn't that, you know, if it didn't make you feel good, if it wasn't helpful for you and more than just like a physical thing, you know, like it's definitely has to be that. That's a big factor for sure.
Right.
Making sure it's something you can go to when you need to, you know, when you need to release something, or, you know, meditation, or you saying meditate, like, that's a big thing. That's a huge thing.
And also my internet running partner is his wife,
Miss
Amy.
So
running is my other go-to exercise when nothing else is working, and like Amy kills everything. Like her and this other young lady named Janice, I keep up with. She's new to the crump scene. Princess C4 is her name. Be on the lookout for her. But those two, they keep me motivated as far as in terms like I like watch Amy knock out a marathon. I'm just like. Let me get out here and run this measly mile.
When she does stuff, surprise, and she comes in and tells me what she did. I'm like, you did what? Like, you ran how much? Like, I thought you was going for, you know, a little something slight, but yeah, like she's running, bro. And we kept up with you, bro. Like following, like, you know, running is such a cool, like when I did cross country in high school, I hated it, of course, and then I got just a few years older. Like when I became a senior, I was like, man, this really makes. It's like therapy. Yeah, bro. I started realizing, yes, it's more than just like something that's, you know, gets you tired, but it's really. Yeah. I started like, and even then, like after the years went by, and start studying like runners, because that's such a hard thing to do. Like
it's bad
mentally,
for your knees.
spiritually, physically, like you do it works everything. Like,
everything, dude. You burn calories, carbs, muscle, everything, and I think that's probably why I like it so much. Is because when you do go running, like. You literally disconnect from everything. Yeah, for sure. And I think that's why I like, you know, a lot of other, you know, most people prefer weightlifting, and it's great. Not knocking it. Everybody do your own thing, you know, but for me personally, like getting out there and putting your headphones on and then disconnecting from the world for about an hour and a half or 2 hours and stuff like that, nothing beats it, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's so free, bro. Yeah. It's no, you know, just you.
Yeah, bro, and that's what makes it great, bro. Is that you don't need anybody to do it. You just
it's a solo thing.
You know, sniff some pre-workout. You know what I'm saying? Get on the road and take off.
I felt that pre-workout, man. When you did that, hey,
bro, man,
jitters.
Exactly, bro. You feel this rush of just like caffeine. It's just like, whoo.
Yeah, exactly.
Take off, bro. Take off. So let me ask you a tough question. Yeah. So. You're definitely one of the, you know, the individuals as far as like you do have an understanding, for just to be blunt, and what I always talk about, doing it the right way, you know, getting an understanding for a particular genre of dance, and then moving on to another one, but at the same time making sure that both of those are still balanced. How was that journey like for you? Like, I mean, do you recommend that path for people, or do you think that it's just best for people to stay with one?
Right. It's definitely good to. We talked about this quite a few times too. About it's definitely good to spearhead one, at least for like close, maybe almost 10 years if you can, like close to 10 years if you can just spearhead one and see like. Do I still love it? You know, am I still like dedicated to doing what we just talked about, like giving back to the communities or to the teachers that helped us? You know, like am I carrying myself well within this one particular style first? You know, am I honoring it? Am I showing integrity in it? And okay, like if you check all these, you know, these boxes as far as like how much you take care of of that, culture and your teachers specifically too, like you honor them, then like okay, yeah, let's see what else you like doing. You know, what else you love? Do you really love 2 or 3 more, 4 more? Okay, take it one step at a time. If you do, like try one out, see how it feels. Okay, I'm not really feeling it. Okay, then maybe that's not it. You know. Right. But I think doing one for a while, for at least close to 10 years or 7, 8 years, something like that. Right. And seeing how you are with your teachers, with your community, with how you treat it, you know, if you feel like, or if other people are seeing it too, like how dedicated you are, you know, it's definitely a good sign that you'll be the same way with another style. So, but to jump, you know, from one style to the next within a few years is definitely not beneficial at all, to me at least, because it doesn't show dedication. It just shows you follow the trends, so you follow what's cool, you know. So definitely staying true to, you know, where you're at right now. Like if you're in one area, like hit that hard, and go. You know, if it's not a style from Dallas, if it's crump, then you know go to the crumpers in Dallas, and then go to, you know, the West and check it out there, and see how folks are out there. And if it's popping, definitely go out to Los Angeles, you know, to the West Coast, you know, the Bay, LA. Right. You know, if you really love it, then you really will go out and pursue it. Facts. Then I think that what happened to us was we had to definitely go out and then search and find and learn, and now that we're in a place in Dallas with understanding and knowledge and our teachers, you know, we have our own teachers. I think a lot of, you know, younger dancers get complacent because I can just go to Sylar, you know, I go to Sylar and I take something from him, and then then I'll go and I'll run with it, you know, and I won't do more than that. So at least like have a dedicated teacher wherever you can, like stick to your teacher, and have some integrity to be like respectful, that not to jump from people to people all the time, but find someone you can really connect with and grow, and you know, stay in one for a while, and then definitely, you know, venture out after you got that solid grip on everything, you know, as much as you can at least. Real understanding. Yeah.
And appreciation as well. Not just an understanding, but appreciation as well. Definitely. So how do you feel like when you see people juking and it's just like, nah, because I'm not gonna lie, for me, like, and I'm saying this publicly. Because y'all got about another like maybe 3-4 weeks, and I'm after y'all. I see a lot of y'all with this crump energy, man, and I don't like it. I don't like it. So like, how does that affect you, like, personally, as far as, and again, like, you're the guy, like, it's in terms of juking in my personal opinion in Texas, period. Texas. So as far as like how does that? I'm not gonna lie. Me personally, let me stop trying to be nice. I feel like I have to go out to people. Like it's just like, so is that how it is for you?
Yeah, it's very like, at first it was more like, see, like how I first got into Memphis and my teachers, and always talking to my teachers about certain things, and I was always go to them about that. Like, hey man, there's someone who's trying to teach juking out here, and I never met him. Should I go check it out? And they'll tell me, like, that's what happened to, you know, to one person that was out here, you know, and I always go to them first about certain things and see how they feel, because I never wanted to take things in my own hands and think like, you know, I'm the person that should control things, you know, like, how do y'all do it out there, and what do y'all really feel about something like this? And if it's something that y'all don't agree with, I'm definitely down to just cut it off. Like, don't do that here. Like, I'm calling you there. Like, it's easy, you know, to do something when you're not around, you know, that particular culture, you know, because distance will make people brave, you know, like. Facts. So now that I'm you know, I'm here, and if I see something, someone trying to teach, someone trying to take hold of something that they definitely didn't put work in, yeah, it's definitely something for me. I have to call out and talk first. I go, you know, hey man, like, I never seen you before. I never, you know, who's your teachers? Like, that's cool. I go, you know, I'll be respectful at first, but then if I find out, you know, it's no kind of connection at all to anyone out there, then yeah, you don't do that. Don't do that. And then when I see folks out here that throwing some bug jumps here and there, I'm okay, that's cool, but you know, it's not juking. Like, don't, because you got choreographers who just add it to the choreography because it's cool.
Right.
So, and that's like, okay, that's cool, but you're not juking still. Like, you just did a bunk jump. So doing a bunk jump to me, you're just showing that you can do a move, but don't come at me with something like that in a sense, especially in a battle, because it's not something. It's it's like trying to come at you with Crump, and you like. You don't come out, you're not someone who's dedicated in the scene in Crump, so why would you ever come at me with Crump? Like, knowing that, it's stuff like that's all. It's just, no one has done that to me, but
they know better.
I don't think, I mean, my past call out days, I think that's what kind of made me seem like someone who was confrontational, and it's not like I look for it, but like, we take it serious. So obviously we're gonna feel something if we know it's fake. Like, don't do that. Like,
Facts.
Just be real, be yourself. Don't come at me with something you're not familiar. You're not dedicated in. Just So when I see it, I kind of like, I laugh it off. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but it's not it's not juking. So that's all it is. And I know my group here. I know the group here that takes it serious. And I know there's other groups that kind of, I'm the group that we have here that I'm around, that I help with. We have all the same teachers or same people who kind of go to in a sense, but there's other groups in Dallas that they go to certain people too in Memphis. So, and you can feel it. When it's genuine and when it's real. But for the most part, as far as anyone that's been going to Memphis from Texas, I'm the only one that's been going there since 2012 to now. That's been. That they know me, like the OGs. I go to OGs. I talk to them. I talk to the younger folks out there. I talk to the vets, and it's to a point where, they ask me about, like, hey, who else is out there in Dallas that's doing this? Because no one goes out there really. So, and it goes to a point where, this is a funny story, because they had a Jukin Wars tryouts right this past weekend out there. Jukin Wars is like the main event out there. It's a big stage, like. I watched Jukin Wars when I first started learning about Jukin, right? So I was like, man, that'd be tight to the atmosphere, I went to a lot of Jukin Wars. I just love the atmosphere there. It's very like raw and like very intense, and I hit up Gina and I'm like, hey Gina, like, I want to come out there for auditions, like. I was like, yeah, how you doing it? Like, is this one person? Are you doing a tournament? I was just asking questions, and he just said, bro, just call me right quick. So I called him. And he's like, bro, what are you talking about? I was like, yeah, I was at Jukin. I saw the Jukin Wars audition. He's like, no, you ain't got. What do you mean audition? You ain't got an audition. What are you talking about? Like, I was like, bro, it's auditions. I want to come. He's like, no, just you want to do it, you're in. Like, just you're good. Like, that's all you have to just ask me. So I was telling him, like how I was telling you. I said, bro, I know, bro. I just want to make sure I earned the spot, because I'm not really a person that asks to do stuff like. Put me on, I want to do it. Put me on here. Put me on. I want to earn it in a sense, in some way, earn it. So I told him that. I was like, no, bro. Like, you're good. Just tell me. You don't have to. You don't have to try out for Jukin Wars. Like, he's like, you're certified in Memphis, bro. Like, you don't have to ask for stuff like that. You already just say you want to do something, and then you're in. Like, so that's the kind of respect that I didn't think that I was there yet, in a sense, because I'm always like wanting to help and. Prove myself more, but that just shows like where my head was at. Like, I'm not thinking about like I have this kind of status. I'm always continuing to work and kind of grow. So he just kind of proved to me like, okay, I've done enough to at least get that respect at least. So it's just a funny thing, like with when it comes to Memphis right now. So shout out to G Nerd.
Hey man.
Yeah.
Earn your spot the right way.
Earn your spot. Yeah.